name is Jamie G, and of course, you are watching Grindy Talk Season 2, season finale here at the Boulder Channel. All right, and yes, welcome to Grindy Talk Season 2, season finale. And here we talk about all the trending stories, the latest happenings, and of course, important updates on relevant industries. And hey, you can catch us live on Kumu, Facebook, and on YouTube. That is, of course, at the Boulder Channel. So once again, guys, maraming salamat for tuning with us all the time. At syempre, mainit-init ang topic natin today because as a COVID-19 pandemic has been rough on virtually everyone. But those who have been single through the isolation, fear, and upheaval say they've been confronted with a distinct set of challenges, not necessarily more or less severe than those who were coupled up, but somehow different. So today we will find out how single people survive and thrive during these challenging times. And without further ado, we're going to be introducing our amazing guests for today. Joining us is model, actor, host, endorser, influencer, and producer. We got Nico Loco in the house.
What's up, guys? Thank you, Jamie.
What's up? Yes. Thank you, Nico, for joining us. You know what? It's going to be an exciting episode. I can feel it already. Yes.
I know.
And not only that, Nico, you will be joining two, of course, fresh and young, seriously creative hosts, writers, and content creators. We got Yanni Mayo and Annabelle Morris in the house. Yeah.
That's like energy.
Oh. Ganun talaga. We are so excited and happy. Well, first of all, sorry about the dog. It's barking. Okay? So we are so excited and happy because ang ating episode for today about being single. So I'll cut to the chase already. Nico, Anna, Yanni, how long have you been single? And of course, ito pa. How do you classify or define your status as a modern day single professional?
I think Nico should go first.
Yeah.
Go, Nico.
Mag-walk out na ako. No joke na. No, it's a good question. How long have I been single for? Mga 2 years na. Yeah, 2 years I've been single for, and it feels like longer, I think, just because of the pandemic. But 2 years, 2 years ago, I was in a relationship here.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we broke up, and then I was single for mga 6 months, and then the pandemic started, and then everybody knows how hard it is to meet people during the pandemic because you're not going out. The only people you see is your cat and your family. Yun na.
You know what? The three of us can totally relate to that. And it's a good thing that you have a fur friend there.
Yes.
So,
the fur is so handy.
That is so true. So that's why I'm encouraging Yanni and Anna to get fur friends na to keep them company.
I know. I have a plant though. I think that counts as something.
That can be. At least you have a plant baby.
I have a pamangkin, so I'm busy with my baby nephew over here.
I love it. Okay.
So, Yanni?
What?
Go, Yanni.
Your plant?
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's not talk about that right now. Di pala. But my plant's name is Sunday, guys. Just saying. Water that once a month.
Okay.
Hi, Sunday. Nice meeting you.
Oh, thanks, Jamie.
Wait lang. Going back to my question, Yanni pinapaispat mo kami pinapatagal mo
Kala ko, Ana.
And Anna, how long have you guys been single? Yanni, take it away first, Yanni.
Say it.
Oh my gosh,
Go,
guys. Sobrang nakahiya. But I don't think it's nakahiya, but I have been single ever since I was born. Like, I've never been in a relationship. Yeah, oh my gosh, your faces are crazy.
NBSB.
Gosh, guys, yeah. NBSB. NBSB.
Grabe.
Wait a minute. Why? Because you chose lang to not have a boyfriend? I mean, look at you. You're so pretty.
Tingnan mo,
I'm
Yanni.
sure a lot of guys are roaming. Oo, di ba? Bakit?
Okay.
Bakit NBSB?
I ask myself that question every day. No joke. I think nung high school kasi hindi siya it wasn't like something that I thought about. And then in college, I tried. I mean, ay naku, to all of the people. Just kidding, guys. Pero I think in college I dated around, I met people, and then it just didn't end up in that point where we were both committed to one another. And lo and behold, the pandemic came, and of course, we all have the same sentiments of this is like the most challenging time to meet people, guys.
Yes. Very challenging. And I could see that Anna is reacting over there.
No,
You
because
can totally.
I've known Yanni since like we were in college, both of us. So I know the stories, and I know like every time I'd see Yanni like every Sunday, and we would both be like, kailan ba tayo magkakajowa? Like, it's you again. Kailan ba tayo magkaka-boyfriend? Kailan ba tayo may madadala dito? Because we would see each other like every week. So I know what she's been through.
Yeah, let's naman, your story naman, masyado ka naman nang-hype ng story ko, sis. Grabe siya.
Ang ganda-ganda mo, ang hirap paniwalaan.
Actually, mahirap talaga.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
tingnan mo naman si Yanni, napaka-hardworking, napaka-ganda, napaka-single, everything.
It's true.
Let's go on with you.
To answer your question, for about 6 years now.
Oh my goodness, 6 years. You go, girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd say I would consider myself as an NBSB though, kasi alam mo yung mga na-date mo nung college, void.
Void yun.
Oo, na-void na yun. Mm-mm. So yeah, NBSB.
Considered as void. I totally relate to you, Anna. Ha? Pero ito, here's a follow-up question. I mean, sige, we know that you guys have been single for the longest time. Pero how do you define naman the status of a modern-day single professional?
Like, how
Let's
do you-
start with Miko.
Like, how do you define what defines being single?
Modern day. Being single and / modern day single professional. I mean, like, you guys are really busy. I mean, you're on your toes most of the time. So, I mean, being single in, during this time, how can you define it? I mean, is it hard? Is it something that,
I think it was extra hard during the pandemic, like especially when we were in those lockdown stages. Because I think having that one person you can go to emotionally and spend time with and laugh with and cuddle with is sobrang mahalaga yan.
Yes.
When we're like stuck. So I think I really missed it during those lockdowns. Like, hindi naman. I don't really miss it that much because I'm busy. I barely have time to spend time with my cat, Tasha, who's very intently watching me right now. But so like, I think she's getting jealous of you guys because I'm talking to 3 girls. Welcome, celos. But I think the important thing is trying to keep busy, and that was the hard part about the pandemic is you couldn't really keep busy because you're just inside your room the whole day, right? But since things are opening up and the restrictions are kind of lowering, sana they stay like that. It's better. I feel more content, especially not having someone with me. Before, like grabe, I would want to be with somebody. I think loving someone and feeling, mushy about someone is really important.
Yes.
But right now I'm fine. Like I think the important thing is staying active and busy.
Alam mo, we can totally relate to that because, I mean, one of the things that we can do for ourselves is, first of all, distract ourselves. But with
Yeah.
with a purpose, because there is a big difference between being busy to the point that you're overworking. So I mean, it's important for single people to just do something with a purpose as well.
Tama.
And yeah,
It's
amen to
hard.
that.
It's hard.
Amen.
We're only human, right? And we all want to feel love, and we all want to feel emotions.
Mhm.
That's who we are on a
Yeah,
primitive
yeah.
on a primitive basis. So when we don't feel that love from someone, we kind of feel empty. Even if we work and are successful financially, we still want that social, that emotional satisfaction.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, what about you, Yanni? What can you add?
Yeah. Actually, bouncing off of what Nico said, I think in my case, what I don't know, what I'm trying to distinguish is if I like the person because I like the feeling or if I like the person. So
Yes.
Mhm.
I find that really hard. Like, I don't know if I should, kasi the other person then sayang yung time din niya or something, tapos you can't make up your
Yeah.
mind. So,
Uh-huh.
that's been my struggle ever since, like, really trying to
Mhm.
define if I like the person because I want to be with that person or I like how they're treating me, I like the attention or anything like
Mhm.
that. In the pandemic, I think true, like distracting myself really helps, not like being super marupok at home, like watching K-drama and everything. But I don't think it's like a big deal for me at the moment. Like a lot of people my age also, I feel kind of put relationships at the back of their mind right now because it's so hard to
Mhm.
do. So people who are, this is the single modern day people right now, it seems like they're very driven,
Mhm.
trying to get after
Mhm.
something
Yes.
else. And, let's see na lang when the pandemic ends. Let's see how many people, try to click, get into relationships again.
Hey. Go out
Hey.
and about. Yes. The dating life is on.
True.
Oh, what about Anna?
I feel like actually bouncing off of what the both of them said. Before the pandemic happened, I would be alone like 80% of the day, and I would be fine with that. Like I would have dinner by myself, I'd go to work and stuff like that. I was fine. But there would be days when I would just be like, ay, mag-isa na naman ako, dinner na naman by myself, ganon. So sometimes it just hits you, but like
Yeah, yeah.
more than anything, I really enjoy my own company, and I felt like that's why it took me a long time before I could really open myself up to other people, because it was hard finding someone, like just like what Yanni said. It was hard finding someone that I would replace my alone time with, because I like my alone time. So like
Mhm.
if you are someone that could take me away from myself, then that would be like really nice. Because yun nga, kasi nga, I have been alone for a long time. And hindi naman lonely, pero alam mo yun.
Napaka-deep, girl.
Hindi naman sa
Mukhang may
lonely.
nangyayari.
Diba? Iiyak ka na. Gusto mo tissue?
meron ako.
Umiyak ka na.
Guys, ready si Yanni. Ready
Like what
si Yanni
Yanni said.
umiyak. Mukhang may hugot.
Exactly. Ay, si Yani minsan talaga nahuli ko, nag-wipe na lang ng tears niya. Tapos, joke.
O, diba?
Grabe ito kung ano-anong sinasabi nito. Fake news, guys. Fake news.
Okay.
No, but
Guys,
really,
you heard that.
like what Fanny said, like a lot of people our age don't really mind being single because we are looking to do other things. So I feel like being single now, like coming into the pandemic, not just like with a relationship, but I've learned to give more time to people that I value, like my friends. Like it's easier because like when you're just at home, it's easier to just like after work, okay, close the laptop, just lie down, be alone by yourself. But it's harder to actually make time for people, especially in dating. Now that we're like online, it's harder to decide na maglalaan ka ng oras para sa tao after everything that you've done. Because at the end of the day,
Exactly.
you're alone, like lying down.
Mhm.
Pero pipiliin mo na mag-spend time with this person. So parang,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
with friends, you know how we schedule like Zoom calls with friends? that itself
Yeah.
is a choice, and that itself is like taking time out of your alone time to bond with other people. So I feel like not just being single, but I feel like it's just now that we're in a pandemic, we value the time more that we have with people. Kaya parang I don't think it's such a huge deal being single right now because we have a lot of friends. And diba, doon natin nakikita sino yung people na worth our time.
Exactly. Pero like what they said, time is gold. Yun yung
Diba?
talaga exactong description for that. Time is truly gold. But wait a minute, let's go back to romantic dates. Ayan. Our viewers I would like to know, when was the last time that you had a romantic date? Ayan, ang dami nagtatanong. And maybe share with us your typical go-to dating place. I mean, this is pre-COVID. Like, how do you go out on dates? What about Nico? I mean, like, you're a guy. How do you plan when you
Ooh.
take out a girl on dates? Yes.
The answer or the rated R answer? No, joke lang.
Guys,
Joke lang.
You can answer whatever you want. But yeah.
That's a good question. I'm quite a simple guy. Like, I don't like masyadong complicated na dates. I just like, let's go to like a nice restaurant with good wine. That's all that's important. I just love red wine, and I love having red wine with a woman. There's nothing more romantic than that. Just maybe because I'm Italian and like wine runs through my blood. But yeah, having wine and nice conversation with a pretty woman is it's perfect. It's perfect. You know.
Perfecto. Bellissimo, perfecto. Okay,
yeah, that's important to me. But again, at the same time, I also adjust mga Filipina because they're not like Italian women. So I have to meet somewhere in the middle. So when I set up my dates or when I go out with a Filipina woman, I'm trying to also meet their needs as well because alam ko mas conservative ang mga babae dito sa Pinas compared to mas conservative. So I also want to respect them at the same time and make them feel like I'm still a good guy and I'm not just trying to sleep with them or something like that. That was maybe me like 5 years ago, but now I'm I want.
disclaimer, guys. Disclaimer.
I don't have a chick boy or anything. I really want to get to know them. If I go on a date with them, I really want to get to know them. It's not that I want to sleep with them or even that I want to kiss them. I just really want to connect with them on an intellectual level and have some wine. Because when you're a little bit tipsy, the honest truth, the honest thoughts come out. So yeah,
but that's true. Yeah.
So
That's
Yanni, you
how,
want to have some wine?
I am
Dito na pala,
loving the
guys.
conversation.
Ito na.
Yes. This is it. This is it, guys.
I would like to answer the question. Ganun.
Go, Yanni!
Okay, wait. Going back to the actual topic. Wow, talagang yun, segue. Segue na natin, guys. For me, what matters most for me is like a really good conversationalist. Like, you have to be on the same wavelength, no matter where the place is, because that's where I enjoy the most. But siguro, my most memorable date was, oh my gosh, I keep on referring to this date whenever people ask me this because it was like I forgot where it was. I think it was around Pasig. It was like overlooking the city and then may moon na nagshashine. And, wow!
That was romantic.
Was it a rooftop?
Wow.
It wasn't a rooftop. It was like a, what's this? Like, it was like a hill tapos overlooking siya. Parang siyang damba. Yung mga seafood place. Usually, ganun yung yung feel niya. So, yeah, that was like one of my most memorable dates just because of the atmosphere.
What happened to the guy?
Nico
not around.
Follow up
No.
question.
We're friends. We're good friends now.
Oh.
Pero he's dating someone else, and then like, let's just leave it at that. Joke lang.
Oh, Nico. Oh,
It's a
you know the answer already.
kulit
Yeah.
eh.
Kaya ka rin daw ni Nico dalhin sa overlooking na Eme na gusto.
Oh,
Same place, Joe. Oh, Ana.
okay.
Ano na?
Hopeless romantic si Annie. O, si Ana na. Okay, go Anna. Take it away.
I feel like, you know what, I've not gone on a date like before the pandemic. Oh, bakit ganyan yung tingin mo?
Akala ko kasi I have not gone on a date period. I was gonna be like, girl.
Siyempre, nung ako ngayon, bata pa ako and all of that. Ano mo naman,
Yes.
si mommy. But yeah, I feel like the ideal date for me would be like a breakfast date, just because, you know, it's something to share, like the first moments of your day with this person, with that significant person that you're dating. It's one thing to just like share a cup of coffee, have a conversation together, and like kind of fuel your whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Like starting it off with the person that you like, well, at least the one that you're dating. So yeah, I feel like that's a really nice date for me. Sorry?
He said you sound like a morning person.
Because I am a morning person. I was gonna say that I don't really like the evening dates just because it's a little sketchy. So syempre, madaling and all of that.
And because there's alcohol involved, is that it?
But you can drink in breakfast. Like, it's not a rule.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Yanni. So you do that, huh?
I was just suggesting.
Hindi ko diba gusto niya, medyo tipsy, lumalabas din yung totoo. Pero lalabas din yung totoo pag gising ka. So magkape ka yan.
Ay, oo.
With coffee,
Sabi
no?
ko sa'yo, Yani, magkape ka.
Pwede.
Pag coffee kasi, there's adrenaline rush. I mean, you know, both of you are giddy and excited. But wait, I have a follow-up question. No? I mean, like we've talked about pre-COVID, you know, dating style, romantic dating style. But how about now? Have you guys tried dating during the pandemic? I mean, this pandemic with all the restrictions and all of that. I mean, has any one of you tried to go out, ask someone to go out, spend time with, you know what I'm talking about?
Madali lang naman.
Ay, Nico, wait ha. Mukhang may sasagot dito eh. May
excited.
in the house.
Go answer. Tahimik
Hindi,
lang.
madali lang, sinasabi ko lang. Sige na, ikaw na.
Ano na?
Ako ba?
Ana. Oh, Chico, take it away.
Excited ka, girl eh.
Hindi. Gusto ko lang sabihin na madali lang naman mag-date kahit ngayon. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like the safest place would be at home if that's like your cup of tea. I feel like if you live with your parents, it says more about the person that you're dating if they are willing to like be with your family, meet your family and all of that. So that's kind of like, you know where it's going at least. But the safest and the most comfortable place would be for me at home, siguro sa labas or sa sala. So somewhere like that, para lang safe. And well, when you go out, I feel like a lot of people are already going out these days. So just be extra careful. Just bring your alcohol, follow the protocols and all of that. But honestly, you don't have to overthink it. I feel like just go to an outdoor space, done al fresco, and that. Just be safe.
Yeah. But most of the people are still, you know, somehow scared. Like even if they tell themselves not to really think about it. I mean, like it's, you know, it's by nature that you get anxious, even when you go out. I mean, even if you follow all the protocols and all that. But it's nice to know that, you know, it's somehow not that hard or it's somehow simple when, you know, when you date someone during the time of COVID.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for that, girl. Hearts to you. And what about Nico? Have you ever dated during the pandemic?
What up on dates, actually? Because for the first half of the pandemic, I was in Canada with my family. And hindi ako nag-date. when I was in Canada. That was when I came back 4 months ago sa Pinas. Wala pang dates, like purong work, actually, to be honest. I've been a little, not really takot sa COVID. I'm not really scared of it, to be honest. The only reason I'm a little bit tentative to be too social is because if I get COVID, I lose work for 2-3 weeks. So then I lose, so that's the only reason why I haven't been extremely out and about. But I mean, I'm still going out and seeing friends and socializing. But if we're talking like date, romantic, I haven't been on one since bumalik ako back to Pinas. So maybe we'll see if something comes up. But wala pa. I mean, things are opening up, and it's very possible to go on dates. Like restaurants are open, and they're even allowing seating inside. And so, I mean, there's opportunities, and if you want to be social, you can. I hope it stays like that. I guess people are getting vaccine now. But yeah, if I was gonna go out, I mean, I would just BGC is great. There's outside if you're a little scared of the indoors and COVID in the air. So my next day will be with Yanni. Who knows?
Yeah, so you're looking forward to
Bakit
that.
ganito?
I love it.
Ay, ito na.
Go, Yanni.
Ay, grabe! There are
Yanni.
kids watching.
Go, Yanni.
Sa pinakadulo na lang niya.
That's
Hey.
Ay, nako. Pero regarding your question about dating in the pandemic, I tried doing it. Like, it's so awkward. No, I did go like with Anna, like go out. I did like Zoom call, and
Oh, that's
kinda
awkward.
it's so freaking awkward, yo. Like, it's so freaking weird, guys. It's I don't know if people successfully did it, like going on a first date through Zoom. If you did, yeah. To the people watching, if you guys did it, can you please give me some tips? Pero I did. Like, the guy was like, do you want a video call like on Friday? And I was like, ano bang ibig sabihin nun?
Oh my God.
Oh, I think he's gonna start taking off his clothes.
Oh, no.
Is it that kind of
It
video?
is pala. No, it's a Zoom video. And yeah, so I was
It's a
like
different
thinking,
level.
I was I thought kasi pag Zoom or like video call, it's like for friends or for people you already know. Because when you do video calls, then you're letting them into your space. Like, they can see your room, and it's just this. So, pero I was like, you know what? I haven't done this. Let's give it a try. You know, what's gonna be the worst thing that happens? Aside from the guy taking off like all of his clothes, I could just say, exit.
Exit step left.
Goodbye. But it was so weird because we had to rely on really like our brain cells. Like, it was
Yeah.
conversation, topics, everything. And he was like, oh, do you want to watch a movie the next date? And then I was like, okay. And we never got back to each other na. So guys, di na siya nangyari.
Pero wait lang, ano yun? Is it like you ghosted him, or both of you, just stopped talking? I mean, what happened next? But nawala.
I don't know if I ghosted him. I reply when it's not pertaining to the date, right? Like, I don't think that's ghosting because I replied. But like, none of
But
us...
you put a period, like you put an end. Like, okay.
In my defense, people of the universe, none of us talked about it afterwards. Na wala na nag-follow up like, do you wanna do the Netflix party or whatever? So,
Baka na-awkward din siya.
Yeah,
diba?
baka walang spark.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
siguro.
Baka hindi ko meron.
With Nico, there might be a spark. So, abangan natin yan.
Ito yung video call. Buta na lang nandito kayo, guys. Medyo
Send
awkward.
ka lang, Nico. Send ko kay Yani yung link.
Yeah, this is our first date now.
Oh my God, saling pusa pala kami ni Ana, no?
Bye.
Oh, wait Let's proceed to the next question. But this is all about, let's say, about the pandemic and how did it change your social life. or probably positive affirmations, positive transformations that the social life has brought you during this pandemic? I mean, like most of us think of the pandemic as somewhat, brought us despair or like, so much hassle. But what about the positive side of life? What did it bring you? And how did you adapt to it?
So yeah, I have an answer. I'll go first since I can see Anna and Yanni are still thinking.
Go, Nico.
I'll buy you guys some time. The thing I realized the most is the importance of investing in yourself and actually listening to what you're saying in your mind. Because I realized before the pandemic, I'm doing 100 things at once. I'm so busy. I was in a relationship at the time, and I wasn't listening to Nico inside. I wasn't listening to the voice. Like I heard it, but I wasn't listening. And during COVID, I finally had a chance to sit down and listen to those voices in my head. And I started listening to them. I started paying attention to it. And I was working on myself. I was focusing on my health. I was focusing on learning new things. I was focusing on practicing my craft of acting and trying to be creative and doing new things. So I think that's what I learned the most. And I hope that I can maintain it once COVID ends. Because at the end of the day, you're 100% responsible for yourself. Nobody else is. Because who knows? We might die with somebody. We might die lonely. We don't know. But as long as you got yourself, you can get through anything.
Standing ovation. Okay.
Yes, we got a winner here.
Yes. Exit.
Thank you guys. Good night.
Grabe, ang layo ng ano.
Umalis
Ang
na
layo.
talaga.
Water
Wait,
break.
but girls, in fairness, I love the answer. It's something that we can totally relate to. Especially for us, ayan lang, bumalik na. For us, single people in the house.
I'm not leaving.
Ay, nakakainis.
Oh.
Anyway, continue, Jamie. Let's not mind the person here.
Ayan na. Kasi may nanalo na. But going back sa three of us girls, we can totally relate from what you said because, it's all about really developing a relationship with yourself. I mean, like you already have a relationship with yourself pre-pandemic, but this is the right time to dig deeper. And like, just really be there. Date yourself if you can. Be with yourself if you can. Enjoy yourself. Kaya ang importante yung sasabi nilang self-care and just really get to know the real you pa. And then I think to also add to that, in terms of dating, you can actually share yourself or, just share your talents, your love, your care. If you're 100% confident na, diba? Parang that's how it is, when you are actually single and living alone. So yeah, going back to Yanni in the house. Ayan. Yeah, Yanni in the house. What can you add on to Nico? Ayan.
Actually, I can relate to what Nico said, but in a different perspective naman, I think in the pandemic, I realized that I also need to give time to my friends because prior the pandemic, I really wasn't the type to know what food they like to eat or like if they're a morning person or an evening person. And in the pandemic, dun ko na lang na-realize, this person is working here na pala or this person is an artist na pala. So for me kasi I like those kind of stories. I like hearing about other people's lives, pero I realized na I wasn't giving time to listen to them, to understand what they're going through, and to kind of adjust my person to how they are also. So, yun na nga po guys, bakit walang boyfriend ang Yanni Mayo?
Yun nga.
Yun ang tanong. No, but
may mag-a-apply na. Ayan na.
Next week, meron ka na.
May time frame.
Oo nga, ang
There's a
bilis.
time frame.
Grabe.
Diba?
Yeah, so that's what I learned in the pandemic, especially with my family and my sister. Like, iba pala sila mag-converse, iba sila gumalaw, and ngayon ko lang talaga na-learn, and I think right now I'm more affectionate to them based on their love language siguro. So, that's something I really put to heart kasi people pala like, I'm not living for myself lang, but I'm also like, I also interact with other people. So, that's all. Thank you. Walk out na din ba ako? Pwede ba yun? Yung ginawa
Ay,
niya.
sorry. Nanalo si Nico.
Hindi ba pwede?
Mag-walk out eh.
Kaya mo, no?
Oh my goodness. I'm loving this conversation. What about Anna? Ayan.
Well, just like Yanni and Nico, I have been like before the pandemic, I have been out like 24/7. I literally go home to sleep and then wake up to work again and then do a bunch of things in one day. And I never really got to just really sit with my feelings and really just relax. Hindi man relax. Pero kasi siguro no first few days of the pandemic or of the lockdown, we were all like, yes, we're taking a break from everything. And then 3 months later, it's still a break. Alam mo yun? So, parang at the time, I was just really like, I was going crazy. Like, I wasn't doing anything. And it was so bad because I really got sad. I would cry at night and stuff like that. But that's when I really learned how to sit with my feelings and really just enjoy the time that I have for myself. Because at that time, I was just like, oh no, everything is ruined. All my hopes and dreams, they are gone. I'm never going to go back to the way things were. But at the same time, I realized I could learn new things. I could explore. Like, just like Yanni, I was also a events host. So, walang event, anong gagawin ko? So, I'll try online. You know, everything, it's all about like deciding that you have a choice. Whether you around and mope about it or do something to get your feet back on the ground. So I feel like the most important thing that I have learned for myself is how to bounce back from things that I thought I have lost, but that I can still work on if I have the guts to do it. If I have guts to audition for stuff, if I have guts to learn new things, I can definitely still do what I want.
Yes.
Walk out.
Okay. Hey, walk out, girl. Come on. Ayun na nga. I'm loving the answers. And you know what? We're really learning so much from you guys already. But let's talk about relationships naman. How did it change? I mean, like, how did the pandemic change your views when it comes to relationships?
Oh,
in all forms,
Miss Jamie, pero ano, how about you ba? Like, are you single? Miss Jamie, kala mo.
I am the moderator here, so
ayaw niya na.
Host lang ako dito. Taga-tanong lang ako sa inyong tatlo.
Grabe.
But yeah, I totally relate to you guys, the three of you. Kaya kakasabi ko lang, we are learning so much from the three of you already kasi I'm sure a lot of our single friends and viewers out there are eager to find out how are we going to navigate this single life? How are we going to survive the single life during this, horrible and difficult times, which is the pandemic. So, ayan, I'm throwing back the question to Yanni Mayo. Ayan.
Wait, that question
ano?
so...
Ang galing!
Ang galing mo talaga.
Let's go.
My Pan Darcy.
Okay. What are your views now? Ayan, how did the pandemic change your views when it comes to relationships? I'll go.
Para sa akin, I think Yanni touched on it actually kanina. I started focusing on my relationships with people. Those close friends that I had in my life, or siguro an acquaintance that I always wanted to be closer with as a friend. I just started focusing on those individuals and actually making an effort to spend time with them, connect with them some way or another, whether it's through Messenger or meeting them in person, going for a walk outside, going for a run, stuff like that. And I think that helped me get through the loneliness of COVID and the pandemic. And actually, that's what I do now. I've just like really honed in on those like 3 to 4 friends that I'm really close with, and just like made those relationships like super sturdy and matibay. And I feel better. I feel like 10 times better because I'm now feeling satisfied socially with those friends. I think that allows me to be lonely until I find the love of my life. Yeah, that's my answer.
Grabe siya!
Okay, we got a winner. But thanks
Miss
for
Universe.
that, Nico.
Lagi na lang nananalo si Nico.
Oh, between the 2 chicks right here, who wants to go first? Oh,
Yani na sige.
Hannah? Oh, sige, I'll go.
Oh, Ana, ako, ikaw.
Ikaw na sis.
Oh, Yani daw.
Sige. Yeah, I think I answered the question then a while ago.
Yeah.
Pero regarding relationship, I think I realized that people are human. Kasi before, I'm pertaining to my parents. Kasi before, syempre I thought na, role model, or I put them at a high regard. Pero now in the pandemic, I spend like 24/7 with them. I like see flaws and I see how they're people. So it's just more of the realization that even though we have these people, we have mentors, we look up to these people, or like we have different views. In the end of the day, there's also living their own life, and they're also trying to cope. They're also trying to understand themselves, and we're all just trying to adjust to each other. Yeah, and sa mga who live with other people at home.
True.
Let's go. Stay strong, people.
Yes! Get it, amen! Stay
Amen.
Okay. Oh, take it away, Anna.
I feel like my relationship with other people, when I look at it now, like my excuse before was just like, well, not really my excuse, but like I would see friends that would be like, oh, I'm just not yet ready for a relationship and stuff like that. But look at people now finding love in a pandemic. Like it's not about the time, it's about what you want. So, diba, parang you can say that you're not ready or that you just don't feel like it right now, but in reality, you just don't like the person, or the person that you're dating just doesn't fit you, diba? So parang I feel like now more than ever during the pandemic, it's really just showing that if you want something, you will make time for it, and you will make an effort to do so. So you can't always use the pandemic as an excuse, like, oh, I don't want to go after my dreams yet, or I don't want a relationship yet because it's so hard to date, it's so hard to sustain a boyfriend or a girlfriend at this time, when in reality, you really can just, if you want it enough, you will find a way. And that's what I during the pandemic. So when it comes to relationships,
Yes. And we all can totally relate to that. Ayan, may tears of joy from Anna right there. But yeah, thank you for that, Anna, for reminding us that. And ito our viewers are enjoying this conversation so much. And I would like to acknowledge our viewers from Kumu. They are sending gifts. So thank you so much for supporting us. And a lot of people can totally relate because now of Nico, Yani, and Anna in the house. But
size 11.
Yes. But guys, stick around because Grindy Talk Season 2, we will be right back.
Hassle mag-job hunt? Pero with PasaJob, asahan mong magiging fun at rewarding ito. Not just for you, but for your friends too. 3 steps lang ang dapat mong tandaan. Apply, refer, get paid. With PasaJob, di lang mag-apply ang pwede mong gawin. Pwede ka ring mag-refer ng friend for a chance to get paid. That's right! PasaJob rewards you for connecting employers to the right candidates. Dahil kilala ka ng nagre-refer sa'yo, mas madali makahanap ng trabaho na swak sa skills at personality mo. Yung bonus? May chance kang kumita pag nag-refer ka ng friends mo. So how does this work? Sa app, ang bawat job post ay may kasamang referral fee. Ito ang amount na pwede mong matanggap kung ma-hire ang ni-refer mo. For example, Ang isang employer ay may pinost na job opening with a 5,000 peso referral fee. If a friend you referred gets hired, you get the whole fee. Pero kung ang ma-hire ay referral ng referral mo, hati kayong dalawa sa matatanggap yung fee. Dali lang, di ba? So apply, refer, get paid with PasaJob. Hassle maghanap ng trabaho. Pero sa app na to, lagi kang panalo. Nakatulong ka na, may reward ka pa. Sali ka na! Download the app to PasaJob, help a friend, get a reward.
Oo, 33.
Whoa! Grabe! Galing na.
Ganun talaga. O yan, guys, we are back once again here on Grindy Talk Season 2 here at the Boulder Channel. At syempre, enjoy na enjoy talaga kami backstage. Come on. Look at our amazing guests. We got Nico, we got Yanni, we got Anna. But eto na nga, we'll cut to the chase because we're talking about, being single and being in a relationship. So what are your thoughts naman on this idea that, during this pandemic, do you think that being in a relationship or having somehow a partner has more advantages and benefits as opposed to, someone who's single? Why or why not?
Great question.
Go, Nico. Go, Nico.
I would say be careful. Be really careful with the people that you associate yourself with. And if you are single right now, don't get into a relationship just to make you feel less lonely. Because it's very hard to discern the two. Am I feeling lonely because of the situation, because of the pandemic? And trust me, everybody is feeling that somewhat. Like everybody sa mundo is feeling that. Or are you actually in love with that person and you want to be with them? Those are the two things you need to decide. So if you are in love with them, you want to be with them, putting all of that COVID pandemic loneliness off to the side, then you should get into a relationship. I really recommend it. But if you are just feeling lonely and you want to be with somebody, that's not a good reason to get into a relationship with somebody. I really say that to everybody because I was going through the same thing. I was feeling lonely. I just wanted to spend some time with a woman. Just to connect with them. Like you spend time with your friends and all that. It's a different kind of spending time with somebody. To share kilig moments and to connect with someone intellectually, that's someone that you like and you're attracted to. It's a different kind of feeling, let's be honest, guys. So I was having a hard time deciding what I was feeling. And now I've been able to understand what I'm feeling. Medyo lonely ako. I'll be honest. That's a cat. That's why I got a cat. I saved the cat's life off the street, so I feel even better. And
nice.
And I spend time with her, right? So that helps me fill the void of loneliness. But on that same point, I'm not rushing to get into any relationship. I'm not rushing to find anybody because I have faith that I will find the right person and they'll walk into my life when I'm ready, when the time is right. So that's my advice on that topic. It's a very good question. And
and of course, I totally agree, no? I totally agree with what you said. Like, do not rush or jump into, someone who's just available right now because you're in your most vulnerable state because it can just add more toxicity in your, relationship life. So, yeah, thanks for that, Nico. Going back to Yanni. Baka si Yanni na yung answer.
Bakit ganyan palagi?
To your life.
I add spark to everyone's life, whoever I meet.
I love it.
Ayan, anyway. Who made it? For me, there are disadvantages and advantages, and personally, I'm weighing it also. Like, kaya pa ba? Can we,
Correct.
do I wanna be in a relationship? Or like, pero, yun nga sabi nga ni Nico, you have to know kasi if you want to be with a person or if you're just looking for company. And for the people who are looking for company, ede, go, pero define nyo yan sa sarili nyo. Like, this is just something that I want to do for a certain amount of time or whatever. But, syempre, kapag nasa social media tayo, tapos may mga jowa-jowa dyan, syempre parang ako, why isn't this happening to me, sis? So, yun lang. It's just like, yan yung feeling ko regarding like being stuck at home and just trying to navigate my life in a really small room. So, I also see kasi my friends, like, they also get relationships. Recently, may relationships na rin sila. And they look very genuine about it. So, I'm very happy. Kaya right now, hindi ako super into getting in a relationship because I think I'm after the person instead of like the commitment. I'll be with that person instead. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much, Anna.
Okay. Go, Anna. Go, Anna.
Well, I
It's
feel
your
like
birthday.
thank you. No, just kidding. No, I feel like it really depends on what you're looking for in a relationship. Like, do you want a relationship just because you want you want company, or you want like someone to talk to every day? I feel like that's why people go on like dating apps, because they wanna. I don't really know if they want to date or they just want someone to talk to. At some point, alam mo, magsasawa ka sa friends mo and all of that. But I feel like just having a partner at this time is a lot more, I'd say, convenient kesa like with the feeling that it comes
Very
with.
much more
You
convenient.
You can be in a relationship with someone and feel absolutely nothing, but you can talk to them, and that's one thing. And it's another to just not talk to the person. It's another to keep yourself busy, but know at the back of your mind that you love this person and that, oh, no matter what happens, may pandemic or wala, you would want to be with this person right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like you shouldn't be in a relationship if you're weighing out the advantages and disadvantages. Because why would you do that? Be in a relationship with someone that you love and someone that you see yourself with in the long term. And at some point, I mean, you know, like right now we might see this person as the person we're gonna marry and stuff like that. But what happens when you see them at their worst? Diba? Parang it's not gonna be an advantage for you anymore. It's gonna be a hassle, if I'm being completely honest. But yun, parang I feel like getting into a relationship, it doesn't need advantages and disadvantages. Just get in a relationship because you're ready and because your heart tells you, not because you want someone there, you know?
Like like when you're weighing the pros and cons, I mean, it's not really important anymore. It's really all about, you know, how you are going to dedicate yourself in this relationship, or how genuine and authentic it really is talaga with you and your partner. But let's say naman, when it comes to dating, when you start dating again, Nico, Yanni, and Anna, do you think you have to set rules this time? Because it's the pandemic, so do you think you have rules when it comes to that?
When you say rules, what do you mean by rules?
It can probably be like, because the pandemic is still there. I mean, will you see the person often? I mean, like, there are protocols, but you know, somewhat you're always taken aback. We can't give ourselves fully 100% because there's this virus, or like, you know, it's not like as before. Not when you text a person, come on, let's have lunch, dinner, whatever, or go to my place. Diba? It's like that. But what about now during the pandemic?
Dapat vaccinated siya. 2 doses.
May
vaccination card.
Yes.
Send me your vaccination report.
Before meeting each other, please send me your vaccination card. I need proof. Then okay, we can meet. We can go to my place.
RT-PCR test, please.
Antigen.
To be honest, wala akong rules. I'm not,
Okay.
like I said kanina, hindi ako takot sa COVID. If I'm gonna have dinner with someone or go have lunch with them, I'm not really scared of getting COVID, or even if I'm gonna go to their place. Pero I know some people are scared of it, and of course we have to respect that. Pero sa mga younger people, I'm sure they're feeling a little more bold these days of going out and stuff, and the vaccines are rolling out, and we're getting closer and closer to being fully vaccinated. So wala akong rules in terms of dating. I mean, I'd love to meet somebody, but just right now in my current routine, I'm not meeting anybody. That aside from this conversation, because I've met Yanni.
Nakakainis!
Magulit kayo, ah.
Grabe to! Guys, kick na natin!
But yeah, to be like what I was saying, no rules. I want to meet somebody naturally. Like, I feel like you meet people that you'll fall in love with, hopefully in random places that you never thought you would, right? And I feel like every relationship I've been in I've met them through something that was unplanned. You know, I never used Tinder in the past, but Tinder is in my opinion, a very artificial way of meeting people, but a very good tool if you're looking to meet someone. Pero para sa akin, I'd rather meet someone just naturally in my routine. If I'm going to meet them at work or I'm going to meet them at the Dunkin' Donuts downstairs here, who knows, right? But I like meeting somebody naturally. I find there's something very spontaneous and romantic about it, as opposed to meeting someone on Bumble or Tinder. Yeah. But I mean, Tinder and Bumble are great avenues for meeting people in the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So I'm not bashing anybody's plans of using Tinder or Bumble. It's a great avenue if you're looking to meet someone. But for me, but I mean catfish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you know, there's always magic kasi when you meet someone unexpectedly. Like, you know, I mean, like the most random places, and the spark is there, as opposed to something that, you know, pa-meet mo naman ako sa friend mo, single ba friend mo? I mean, something like, no way. Parang, talagang, yun, like, just like what you said, yun yung pinaka-okay talaga na time to meet someone unexpectedly. So, yeah, I think, what about Yanni and Anna? Can you relate to that? I mean, are you for that unexpectedly, or do you want arrangements?
I feel like the arrangements, for me personally, I feel like it's kind of lit. Like, you know how when your friends set you up with another person, you're kind of forced to interact with them because nakakahiya sa friend mo if hindi. Ganun. So I would, just like Nico, I would rather meet someone at the most unexpected time. I'm not really looking for it. If it comes, then it comes.
Yeah.
Perfect. What about Yanni?
I like when it goes to me, like there's a different pronunciation for my name every time. Like it's may iba siya. So, for me, actually, I tried the Pareto style. Like, uy, Pareto naman sa friend mo, or let me meet someone. I mean, di naman yung tipong we tell each other na, let me meet one of your friends or whatever. But it's more of like, my friends will be like, I have someone that you might click with or something like that. And it's really awkward in the pandemic because I don't know if you guys use Discord, and I had to make one just so that I could like do whatever my friend wanted me to do at the time. So, wow, that sounded sketchy. Pero hindi siya sketchy, guys.
It's
Discord.
That?
Discord is it's like Zoom, but it's more of like community. Like there's a virtual community with video, audio, messages also. So you can make rooms. Parang ganun.
Wow.
Yeah. You can also you can enter public communities then, like around the world, and get to know people. So that's what I did, and it was super awkward because the person na irereto sa akin was in the call and I didn't know. I thought it was like a casual like group barkada hangout, and then afterwards they were like, oh, kumusta siya? And I was like, huh? What are you guys talking about?
Kumusta siya?
It was so weird because I wasn't prepared then to meet the person at that time. And
Yeah.
it was really awkward because everyone went to the call just to see if we would hit it off. So parang, guys,
Wow, you have an audience pa.
my relationship is the entertainment for tonight.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Awkward, no?
Yeah, it was so awkward. Like, I didn't know what to do. So, after that, I didn't really interact with the guy na kasi meron ng ganong experience. And sayang naman, what if we really hit it off in a different setting pala? It just made it really awkward because ganon yung nangyari. Masyadong scripted to, guys. Ganon.
Yeah. The problem with that is like I need to feel off somebody like in person. That's how I can get to know them. I need to know what they're doing, like with their mannerisms, how their vibe is.
Mm-hmm.
Through Zoom and stuff, I can't feel their vibe. Like I don't feel their energy. It's just flat. It's dead.
Exactly.
You know, like it's just purong conversation. But when you're with somebody, like iba yung feeling, right? We let off all these like, what do they call them? Pheromones. I think like.
Yeah.
Tama yan.
Di ko alam pero I get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Pheromones.
Pero kasi, I mean, like when it comes to building, relationships or communication with I mean, all of us are social creatures. So, meeting someone virtually is somehow sort of fake. Because, iba talaga when it's face to face. You really see the person. You get to, see everything, the gestures, how he walks and talks and everything. So, yun, it's really important talaga na you meet face to face.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pheromones
is right.
Pheromones daw.
Pheromones. The signals, hormonal signals that we let off as animals. So it's instinctual. A dog lets off pheromones. We let off pheromones as humans. So I got it. So yeah, we're good.
All right. Nice one, Nico. Thanks for that. Word of the day, pheromones.
Yes.
Nice one. What about Anna? Or did you answer already? Yeah, we're talking about when you start dating again. Or did you answer na earlier? Okay. So let's proceed to the other to the next topic. So how should you transition naman from virtual and outdoor dates to indoor intimacy? Ayan, do you need some kind of preparations for this?
Oh,
TV.
Paano ba yan, guys? Can you tell me also?
Ayan, we need answers, okay?
Ang init.
Go, Nico. Go, Nico.
Nakasando na siya niyan, guys.
Nainitan pa siya.
Nainitan siya nakasando.
Kaya niyo?
Ayan ha. Transition from virtual and outdoor dates to indoor intimacy.
Oh, that's so hard. I don't know.
That's a good question. Are we saying in general or in the pandemic?
Well, you can answer both if you want, or whichever.
Okay, I'll answer it in a general aspect because I don't think my answer would change if it wasn't pandemic.
Okay.
I think I touched on it earlier too. Sobrang mahalaga sa akin is to connect with them on an intellectual level. Like I cannot explain how important that is to me, and I didn't realize how important it was to me until I got older in my years. After I graduated from my chick boy.
The chick boy
stage. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I have a chick boy degree, but now I got my master's now, so I feel better. So now that I'm degree in dating, my answer to that is like I just need to connect with them emotionally and spiritually until I feel comfortable doing anything sexually with them or physically with them. it's more so I feel comfortable, and as well as she feels comfortable, and she doesn't feel like it's something mababaw or like I'm just looking for a one night stand. I used to do that, and it was very unfulfilling. You know, it happens all the time, and by the end of it, you have nobody. You know, so I really want to have somebody, and of course, sex life and physical chemistry is so important to a relationship. Top 3 for me. But the other 2 are also important. That's spiritual connection is the other one out of the 3. So yeah, it has to be the spiritual connection, and then you can graduate. You can step up to bringing them back to your place or having more intimate connection with them in the comfort of your own home. And hopefully there's wine involved. Yeah.
Non-negotiable.
There's always wine.
Non-negotiable. There has to be wine, whatever's happening. Right?
Okay.
Take note.
So wine. Take note, guys. Wine should always be involved. So I'm sure our single friends out there are already taking notes. Okay, thank you for that, Nico. Next, we got Yane.
Wait,
Yay.
I want to preface this by saying, everyone has been like virtual for me. Like all my stories haven't transcended or transitioned to physical. So, I mean, hindi pa siya, like in the pandemic, hindi pa ako nakakamit ng person from the virtual sphere. Tapos, we met up and dated in real life. Kasi just that hasn't gone that level. Or level talaga. Hindi naman siya tumataas masyado. Pero yeah. So, I'm actually very interested in learning about Nico and Anna's point of view regarding this. Kasi iba nga yung situation natin ngayon. And how was it, you know, doing the dating part in this kind of situation. So, Anna, paano ba? Paano ba ginagawa to? Ha?
Go, Anna. Go, Anna.
Let me know.
First of all, I live with my parents, so there's no going home anytime soon. But I feel like, just like with Nico, and everything happens with the right connection. If your heart feels like it's light enough to trust this person, go home, whatever. I don't know what you do at home. But like, well, if your heart is at ease, if you feel like this is, you know what, honestly, when you fall in love and you take the steps, there is no like right or wrong thing to happen. There are no steps. There are no, okay lang yung to. Buti naman nakapagtubig ka na niya.
Parang inikutan niya buong bahay niya para lang, di ba, dyan lang, exit dyan, pasok dito.
Water therapy.
There's no like direction. There's no path that you should follow. Like if people just like us four want to meet other people or our significant others in the real life with the right connection, everything naturally, that's okay. But if other people want to meet their own partners online or whatever, that's okay too. You know, there's no proper way to do it. There is no proper rules to follow. I used to be like that. I was like, I want to get it right this time. I just want to, you know, do everything right. But you are going to make mistakes and you are going to go through those bumps together, of course.
Yes.
With your partner. But I feel like the transition from dating virtually and then like meeting or seeing your partner in real life, I feel like if the energy is good, if the vibe is good, if you guys connect on a different level, and you will know it, honestly, you will know it in your heart if it feels right. If it doesn't, go home, you know? You will know. You really will know, and you will feel it. There's no answer to it. You don't know what it is, but you'll just feel it.
Hey, can I get an amen once again?
Amen.
Wow,
Preach.
very insightful answer. Yo, girl, you preach, girl. But this one, we got a very steamy question. And this is only for Nico. As in like steamy, explicit. Yeah.
Jamie,
Explicit question. Nico, I'm sorry, but we gotta ask you this. bro. Ayan, I mean, like, being the only guy here, Nico. Ayan. I mean, like,
Okay.
you already touched on it earlier, but what about, when we talk about sex, are masks necessary during sexual encounters? I mean, come on. Yeah.
Paano ba yan?
I'm just imagining
During
that.
the pandemic.
I'm just imagining that. I'm wearing a mask and a face shield while I'm having sex. That's a joke.
Okay. Okay.
Come on. No. No, I can't.
Magpapainom na si Yani.
No, yeah.
Kailangan 2 doses of vaccine talaga, guys.
A negative test, my goodness.
Oo, grabe.
If you want to get a temperature check and ask for symptoms before, I understand. But I wouldn't. No, grabe. I would never wear a mask during. I just be like, I can't even
I
imagine.
feel like they say follow protocols and all that.
The following protocols. No,
Tapos
I wouldn't do that.
kailangan surgical mask, cotton mask,
Oh.
iba-iba.
And 95, patong-patong.
And 95.
like that. Yeah. Okay, now that Nico answered the question, now we proceed to the next one. What about, we want to know your thoughts on this one. Hook up with X. I mean, like, this has been, a topic since the first quarter, once again, of the lockdown. I mean, like, for single men and women out there, instead of, like, meeting with random strangers, they would rather date an ex to either reconcile or, like, to, the foundation is already there. So why would you hook up with a total stranger? So what are your thoughts on that? Hook up with X. Who wants to go first? Okay, wants. Bring it on. Wants to go first?
Yeah, crew.
Anna, am I seeing you there?
Nico's already
Reacting.
answering.
Nico, who wants to go?
I say I'll start it.
Okay, go.
I think it's a great idea. It's
To hook up with the next.
Theoretically, it sounds
Okay.
like a great idea because your ex knows you the best, and sexually. I mean, if you guys were in a relationship for years, you guys know each other and what each other wants and desires under the sheets. So it would be a great idea during pandemic to get back with your ex if you're just going to have sex, just for that reason. But it could open up a whole other can of worms. So medyo delicado yan. But if you clarify the terms in the contract before any sexual interaction happens, feeling ko it could be a very good idea because we all have needs, we all have desires. So maybe that could help them being satisfied.
All right. Okay, so we got here a pro hook up with an ex. What about for the two lovely ladies here? What's your take on that? Hook up with an ex, yes or no?
Teka, iinom
Go.
ata din si Nico ulit ng tubig.
Ah,
Pumayag na naman siya. Anna, who wants to start?
Honestly, I think pareho kaming sagot ni Annie. Do you?
Sige. Actually, I'm kinda neutral. I'm kinda
neutral.
neutral. Yeah.
Explain.
Okay, so ako na mag-explain. I see the appeal. I see the appeal kasi with hooking up with your ex in a pandemic because we're all trying to look for comfort or like familiarity with a very unusual situation. I see the appeal and I have friends then who go I might talk to this guy again or I might get with this girl again just because sila yung na-meet nila before the pandemic, and as we said a while ago, it's really hard to meet new people now. At least with them, they kind of know who they are as people na, even though it ended. But I agree with Nico. Bring out the contract, term of agreements, read everything before you press agree. But I also see the bad side with it kasi ako, marupok akong tao. Like, I feel like if I would connect with someone again before, it's just gonna be like a rabbit hole. We're gonna get it's gonna be really bad. So I see the two sides. Speaking of two sides, Ana, baka gusto mong
Ayun na nga. Personally, I feel like it would depend on your past. Like, paano ba kayo nag-end? Was it bad? Was it good? Did you guys like come into agreements na, you know what, it's just not working out, let's just be friends. Ganon. That could be one side. But ultimately, I'd say no because you ended for a reason. And I feel like hooking up or even just talking to that person might open up some wounds. And alam mo yun, if you're, kung marupok ka, alam mo na, medyo, like, sige, let's say you have fun now, but like when you get home, it's just like, oh man, I'm so lonely again. Ganon. So parang,
Yeah.
either you're hooking up or you're not. At the end of the day, you will feel lonely either way. Like, after the hookup, wala, mag-isa ka pa rin naman. So what's the point? I mean, I understand that if you're just looking for the intimacy, that's very scary because ang dali lang ibigay ng intimacy. Kahit kanino pwede mo yun ibigay. But the trust and like really putting your heart out there for the person, that it could be one-sided. So medyo delikado siya either way. But you know what? I feel like the people in your past are there for a reason. So might as well move forward with your life. And it's difficult to meet people, but it's also difficult to hook up with your ex. So that's just my point.
Yeah.
so celibacy.
No, grabe celibacy ka agad.
I mean,
You know what?
Ikaw, Jamie, ano masasabi mo?
But you know what? You do have a point, Anna. I mean, kasi if you hook up with an ex, you might develop feelings once again. I mean, like if you're really after intimacy and just that, it's hard. You might end up hurting yourself in the end. I mean, like it really depends with the situation.
Depende kung gaano
So, yun, kung gaano ka katapang.
Men and women are so different too. Like I feel like a man.
Yes.
Men can sleep with women and they won't have any connection. Like they can do it just for the satisfaction. Pero majority of women will develop feelings and they will end up being brokenhearted again. From my past experience.
Yes, and yes. All right. So, ayan na nga. Another new learnings from these amazing peeps. But you know, we'll just read a little excerpt here. It says that although dating during pandemic does present a series of risks, meaningful emotional connections are still an essential part of everyday life. And we should keep the rewards and benefits of dating in mind, just as we do with buying food or seeking medical care. So guys, stick around because Grindy Talk Season 2 will return shortly after this break.
Boom.
Ooh.
Boom,
Boom.
boom, boom.
Kaya, Yani, send mo na lang kay Nico yung link niya.
Yes!
Ayan.
All right.
Virtual.
Guys, so we are back here on Grindy Talk Season 2. We are back. At yun na nga, backstage, we are actually talking about what are the next steps to take as we navigate our single life. Ayan, isa-send na namin yung Zoom link kay Dico and Yani so they can date.
Awkward.
Abangan natin yan, mga viewers and friendships out there. But ito na, of course, we are with our amazing guests now. But we would like to know naman, what are the perks of being single at this point in time? Go, Nico.
Wala. Purong malungkot. No, joke. The perks.
Grabe. Lalim ng hininga,
You can
guys.
do it. You can do it.
Wala siya naisip, guys.
The perks for me is I don't need to work around anybody's schedule. I can just work around my own schedule, and that's hard enough as it is. That's the hard part of having someone as a relationship is just finding time to spend with them personally. No distractions, no work, just you two connecting, doing something fun, spending time together. It's simple. That's the biggest challenge. So that's the nice thing about being single, is you don't have to work around schedules. Also, it's nice coming back to someone at home. I must say, like having someone that you love waiting for you at home and coming back to them after a long day there's something so special about that. I can't even get into it. So I miss that. But the thing I don't miss is arguments and fighting with someone inside the comfort of my own home. So luckily my cat can't say anything. So I'm sure she would argue with me all the time, but she can't say anything verbally. So I'm not arguing at all with her. I don't miss the arguments or the fights or the petty arguments, like arguing over the stupidest stuff. Hindi ko na miss yan. So yeah, I think working on schedules and just no arguments, fighting, no stress on that level is nice.
And doing things at your own pace rin, no? I mean, like there's no obligation or whatsoever for you. So I think, this is actually the right time to actually, take care of yourself, focus on yourself first, and then the right person will come along.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. What about Yani?
I totally agree with what Nico said kasi I don't need to think about someone else when I make decisions. Like, is this person, yung feelings ba nitong tao na to ma-hurt or am I stepping on the person's toes when I do this or something like that? So actually, I really value being single in this time because I can see myself growing and I can see myself like doing a lot of things by myself. So right now, I'm cherishing that and cherishing putting all my energy and effort into my career, things that I like to do. My plans Sunday. Hey!
Sunday.
Hi, Sunday! Okay.
Pero, yeah, so, wala akong obligations. And my fear kasi, my slight fear in a relationship is that the person will try to control me. Like, will try to tie me down. Like, oh, don't go, don't accept that, don't do this, don't. I don't like the term don't. Or I don't like being told kasi what they think must better for me. So that's something that's why I'm really picking or like I'm really trying to find someone who will respect the career that I'm in and the things that I want to achieve. And I'm totally in no rush to find a relationship. I'm just, Korean drama, rom-coms. Those are the places I'm getting my kilig.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I totally relate. Yan, kailangan natin yung mga girlies. Korean drama. Ayan. Napainom tuloy si Nico. Oh, go, Anna.
I feel like yung mismong advantage is that you don't have to like schedule your dates, or you don't have to like time yourself, work around someone else's schedule. Because I like being alone. I mean, not being lonely, but having time for yourself is really everything, because you have to get to know yourself first before you get into a relationship with another person. So I feel like just getting to know yourself at this time, especially because sino ba kasama mo, like you literally work from home, you're alone. You have lunch, dinner alone. Ganon. So parang right now, I feel like is the best time to spend it with your family. If you live with your family, get to know yourself more, give time to the things that really matter. I mean, if you're not in a rush to be in a relationship, then just take your time, do things for yourself para kilala mo na yung sarili mo by the time that you kasi I know how like sometimes when we get into a relationship, you still feel lonely kasi hindi naman to show up yung partner mo para sa'yo, kasi hindi naman nila, like for example, you could be expecting them to give their time to you, but that baka hindi yun yung love language nila. Baka binibigyan ka nila ng gifts kasi that's their love language, and you wouldn't feel love. Ang gusto mo oras. So just get to know yourself first, I feel like is the number one advantage of being single, because then if you know yourself, you know what you need and you know what you would want in a relationship.
Yes! Ang galing! I love it, Anna. And also to add to that, no, I mean like how if you don't or you haven't loved yourself fully. I mean like you thought you loved yourself already, pero may kulang pa eh. So, like what we've been mentioning, just dive in deeper, dig deeper, just really dedicate your time and energy to yourself, and then just share it to everyone else. Ayan. But guys, before we close, Grindy Talk Season 2 is supported by Workful Collaborative Workspaces and Hospitality Innovators Inc. For sponsorships and collaborations, or if you want us to feature your brands, your projects, and your company, please do drop us an email at 1tbcchannel@gmail.com. And of course, while you're at it, yes, you're also available on Kumu. That is at Grindbag TV and the Boulder Channel. And of course, you can join us in Kumu by downloading app.kumu.ph/the Boulder Channel. So guys, ayun na nga. Maybe share with us. Can you please share with us your current projects and activities? Where can we look? Where can we actually see you in your socials? And what can we look forward to? I'm sure mga viewers natin are excited to actually, peek in your daily lives and your projects. So go, Nico. Take it away.
Ako muna. Sorry, guys. I just noticed it's getting super dark. The lights, so I'm starting to look darker now. I don't know if it depends on you, but anyways,
No.
I have a project, a really exciting project coming up this month. It's actually a BL series, Santa for Netflix Philippines. It's called Love at the End of the World. Sobrang excited ako. I'm shooting in Mindoro in the next for mga 15 days.
Yay!
So check it out. It's coming out soon, everybody. So please just stay posted. You can stay posted on my Instagram, Akaposi Nico, YouTube, Nico Loco, Twitter, Akaposi Loco, and Facebook, Nico Loco. And also, very exciting news. I will be having a show here on the Boulder Channel as well. Flex there. So it's going to be. I'm really excited. It's going to be like super iba and unique and steamy and hot and sexy. All of these things in one show on the Boulder Channel this August. Stay posted. Thank you, Anna, Yanni, and Jamie G for having me. You guys are all awesome, and I love hearing your perspectives and point of views on COVID. And I learned something today as well. So thank you.
Yay! Thank you, Nico. Thank you so much. And next is Yanni Mayo in the house.
Yeah, I love the introduction. All right, guys. So for me, my schedule is it really depends, but you can always check me out at It's Yani Mayo on all social media, on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook as well. But I have a lot of events lined up for July. I was just looking at my calendar to see what is happening.
Wow.
Let's see your calendar.
Ano ba? Pag ganon, eh?
My calendar is pasted on the wall so that I don't forget anything. But so just keep updated on my social media at It's Yani Mayo, and I'll see you guys there. But again, Kalokal TV actually here on the Boulder channel is getting a season 2. Na-review tayo, guys!
Yay! Something to watch out for.
Yeah. For the
Right.
people who don't know, it's about travel and tourism. And guys, pray that pandemic will be over so that I can get out of here.
Yes, malapit na yan, Yani. Konting tiis na lang. I'm sure we will
Tiis na.
see you there na sa destination na yun. O, diba?
Tama.
Yes. Okay, what about Anna Balmaris?
You can catch me online. It's at Anna Balmores for me over on Twitter and on Instagram. I do have a podcast with a bunch of my friends. It's called Barely Adults Philippines. You can check it out on Spotify, on YouTube. There's another podcast. It's called ASS The Podcast, also on Spotify and YouTube. Check us out there, and soon here on the Boulder channel.
Yes!
Yay! Oh my goodness, so exciting! So once again,
Boulder
thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. We got Nico, Yani, and Anna in the house, and we will be seeing more of you here at the Boulder channel. As like we would mention, talagang exciting and more episodes to watch out for this coming August. So, all right, while you're at it, please do spread the word. At maraming salamat sa ating mga friends and viewers out there for your never-ending support. And guys, tonight we can all join Architect Patch Cansana on Curve TV Bold Talks at 7:30 p.m. And tomorrow naman, Thursday, catch the cast of Love While You Can on Bliss Out and About at 7:30 p.m. And guys, see you again the next season of Grindy Talks, only here at the Boulder Channel. I am Jamie G, and you just witnessed another amazing episode of Grindy Talk Season 2, thanks to our wonderful guests right here. And don't forget to keep grinding. Bye.